YouTube, welcome to GeekShhh. All right, so the Gigabyte Titan Ridge, considered by many as the golden Thunderbolt card for the Hackintosh or the MacPro. I recently picked one up to either confirm that theory or debunk it. So let's get straight to it. So even though there's people selling it at a ridiculous price on eBay, I was able to snatch one up straight out of Amazon warehouse for around 90 bucks not too long ago. And I do believe they have a few of them left. Also, there is people that's selling it on eBay at a normal price, and I believe a couple people selling it on Facebook Marketplace. So it is obtainable for a reasonable price. All right, so fresh out the box, plugged into the computer with the THBC cable plugged into the back of it. It is not recognized under the system report, but it is recognized under IO registry, which is a good thing. Both ports administrate power. You can plug a USB-C dongle into either port and it's recognized instantly. Video signal works, which is a very important thing for me because you know I use a portable monitor as my secondary monitor through this. Also, it shows in the BIOS, but unfortunately, Thunderbolt doesn't work. Now, if you take a jumper cable and you jump pins 3 and 5, you are going to get the same effect as you would if you have the cable in. This is going to be a common occurrence throughout this video. Now, if you don't use a jumper cable to jump pins 3 and 5, and you also do not use the THBC cable in the back of it, but you go ahead and plug it in, it is no longer recognized under the system report or the IO registry. Obviously, Thunderbolt doesn't work, but both ports still administrate power. But it's a waste of time because the only thing that works at that point is the video signal for whatever monitor you put in there. Also, it no longer shows in the BIOS. Speaking of the BIOS, let me show y'all my BIOS settings for the Thunderbolt card when the cable is plugged in or you jump pins 3 and 5, even though I don't really think it matters. All right, so let's go ahead and apply a SSDT file to this before we even flash the card. Let's go ahead and apply a SSDT file. So first you want to pull up IO registry Explorer. Sorry about that. Type in Thunder. And what you want to do here is find the path of your Thunderbolt card. So mine is PC00RP09, right? Now, what you want to do is go over to pull up your web browser and we want to go to Hackintosh. This is it right here. All right, so drop down box and we're going to go to the Titan Ridge version 1 or 2. Okay, cool. All right, and I'm pretty sure you can fix it on here, but I'm going to just download it. Let me see what folder. Let me go to just drop it there. All right, so I got that downloaded. All right, I got that downloaded. Now I'm gonna open it up. I went to my downloads folder. There you go right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that up. It opens with Mac ASL. If you have Alirilla, it's in that folder, the files folder that come with Alirilla. If you don't have Alirilla, you just gotta, do a Google search and find it. It's to open up the SSDT file. All right, so if you see right here, it says PC10.rp21. This is what we want to replace. So let's highlight it and Command F, Command V. It's 8 entries. All right, so click on replace. Now we want to put PC00.rp09. Now yours might be that, yours might be different. It's whatever yours are in the ACPI path. Mine is PC00RP09. That might be yours. Yours might be different. Whichever yours is, that's what you're going to be typing in. All right, so that's 8 entries for PC10.rp21, and we just gonna hit all. All right, So it just replaced all of it. Now you see PC00.RP09 is 8 entries. That's done. All right, so what we want to do now is save. I'm gonna go ahead and save again. Then I'm gonna X out of that. Now what you want to do is go to your EFI partition. This is mine right here. And to get to your EFI partition, I use this program called ESP Mounter Pro version 1.9. You can get it on the Alorilla website, or just Google search it. That's what I use to mount my ESP. Or you can use OpenCore Configurator or Clover Configurator, whatever you do to mount your EFI partition. So in here, go here, then we're gonna go to the config.p list, double click that. All right, ACPI is the first one there. So what we're gonna do is search scan. Oh, I gotta drop it in there first. Hold on. Let me drop it in there. I'm tripping. I'll go ahead and drop it in there first. All right, now that I dropped it in there. All right. All right, now it's in there. Then we're gonna exit out of that. We're gonna save. Exit out of that, exit out of that, exit out of that. All right. So we're gonna unmount. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and restart my computer, and I'm gonna reset my VRAM, not once, but I'm gonna reset it twice. All right, so I'll be back with y'all. All right, so it'll come with other pieces, but these are the 3 that you need to concentrate on. So first, let's start with this and this. So this will have numbers on it. It will be 1 to 4 and then 5 to 8. You want to concentrate on the 1 to 4. You want to plug the 1 to 4 on the side of the lever, farthest away from the lever, push that down, and then pull the lever back. This will push up a little bit in the front. That's fine. Don't worry about that. Then you want to take this piece and you want to take the side of the indentation and put it on the side with the lever. Plug that in. Bong, you ready to go. All right, now you take the Titan Ridge and you just want to unscrew it. Fairly simple. It's just 4 screws on the back. Take it apart. 1. All right, then what we're concentrating on are these 2. We're gonna start with this one, which is the green one. We're gonna start with this one, which is the green one right here, but we're concentrating on these 2. All right, so the first thing you wanna do before you even open up Terminal, you wanna install Homebrew. So first thing you wanna do is go to Google, type in Homebrew. All right, bong. Click on it. Right here at the top, it has the terminal command. All you gotta do is hit this and then it'll copy for you. Get out of there, open up terminal. I think I got it installed already, I'm not sure. Just control, whatever, command V, bong, hit enter. You gotta type in your password. All right, so I guess I just gotta hit enter again. And now it's installing. Let me open it up more so people can see it bigger. All right, so now that's installed. Now we gotta type in the command brew install Flashrom. Control Command V. I'm gonna put it in the description also. All you gotta do is copy and paste. So now it's installing the Flashrom. Now, depending on your computer, this can take a long time. This could really take a long time. If you got like an old Mac, this joint right here could take damn near an hour. If you got a real old Mac, I done seen it with my own 2 eyes. So, all right. So now that y'all got that out the way, let's go ahead and connect to the TitanRidge. Let's go ahead and connect to the green chip first. That's going to be the one that's closest to the PCI. Now, once we connect to it, we're going to make sure that it's a proper connection. It's properly connected. So we're going to just paste this command in. It will be in the description. No problems. Programmer failed. All right. Just a little issue there, but I typed it in again and it went through. All right. So now let's type in the command to back up the green chip, the green firmware on the chip. All right, so that was done. Now, some people get confused. They be like, where is it at? Let me show y'all where it's at. It's on your main hard drive. You go here. That's my main hard drive. Go into users, go into your name, and it should be here somewhere. There you go right there. This is the green one. It's backed up, no problem. Now, let's go ahead and do the blue one. So connect to the blue chip. All right, run that same command to make sure that it's properly connected. All right, that's connected. Now let's run the command to back up the blue one. All right, it's doing this thing. And make sure that your red cable is facing the PCI side. All right, so that's backed up. You're good to go. Now what we want to do is download the new firmware that we're going to flash on there. So open up your web browser. Let me go to the website. This is the website we'll go to. It's all going to be in the description. You just got to copy and paste. So we just looking for the TitanRidge. Did I pass it already? I must have passed it. All right, there you go. TitanRidge version 2.0. Now to tell if you have the version 2.0 or the 1.0, look on your box. If the box says TitanRidge version 2.0, that's what you have. If it just says TitanRidge, then you have the 1.0 version. So just so you know. Now let's go ahead and download that. Just click on that. Click on this. And we're just going to go ahead and download. All right. Now that we downloaded that, let's go ahead and put it into that folder. I just put it over here. I just dragged the folder over here so I could get to it fast. The same folder that everything was on. You just want to unzip. I'm going to unzip with this one. All right, so we could just throw that away. All right, so this is the one we're going to use. So you want to do the command. I'll put it in the description for y'all, so it's extremely easy. All right, so we want to go ahead and use the command. All right. It's reading the old flash and it's going to put on this new flash. It's verifying real quick. Another process has device opened for exclusive access. I don't know what that is about, but we're gonna see if it brings any problems. I don't know why is it saying that. Another process. I don't know what other process has it open. Darwin open. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, let's connect to the green chip and let's run that same command for the green chip. All right, first we want to make sure, we want to just verify that it's working. So we run this command again. That failed. Let's run it again to make sure that it's having an issue. Now it's not having an issue. I don't know. It's a little wonky. It's a little wonky. Anyway, let's run that command one more time. Erasing the old one and put it on the new one. Just verifying the flash. All right, it's verified. So it's flashed. So let's go ahead and pop it back into the system. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to put it in our system and then we're going to reset NVRAM not once, but twice. And then we're going to connect in. So let me go ahead and do that and I'll be right back with y'all. All right, so at this point, we're done. We backed up the firmware on both chips. We also flashed the firmware on both chips. And plus, remember, it's already hot pluggable because we implemented the SSDT file earlier in the video before we even started the flash process. So if you skipped over that part, make sure you go back to it and do those steps if you want this to be hot pluggable. Also, I want to mention, I decided not to use the THBC cable. I decided to just jump pins 3 and 5. I'll speak more about why I did that in the outro. Now, what we're going to get into is the speed test, moving files from the computer to a Thunderbolt drive. We got hot pluggable set up. The SSDT file is in there. So let's go ahead and test to make sure that hot plug works. So let me go ahead and plug in my Sabrent Thunderbolt enclosure. It should just pop up on the screen on the side of Finder. Just plugged it in. Let's see. There you go. Let me unplug it and plug it into the next one. Let's see, just plugged it into the next port. There you go. So hot pluggable is working. Let's go ahead and send that Radeon 7 file over to there. Once again, I'm using the SN770. Let me do just a magic disk test so you can see what type of speeds I get out of all 3 of my drives that I'm utilizing. Let's see, this test. All right, so first we're going to test the regular drive that I have, the main drive of my Hackintosh, which is the Thunderbolt drive, which will be the downloads folder. Downloads folder is definitely the main drive. It's the SN770, should get 4,000 read and write. That's my main drive. Now let's test the secondary drive that I got in here, which is Sheila. Let's just go to this folder. That's also a SN770, but that's a 2 terabyte, essentially the same thing. Now, my third drive, which is the hot pluggable drive, which is the Sabrent Thunderbolt Enclosure. This is Let's see right here. Let's go to this folder. All right, it's the same drive, but now you see it doesn't get as much speed as the other drives because Sabrent for some reason limits it to 1500 read and write, but it's the same drive as the other two, so it doesn't really pay to buy a super fast drive. Nonetheless, let me send a folder over there and let's see how long it takes. Let's go here. Let's go to this Radeon 7 folder. This is 172 gigabytes. So let's see how long it takes to go over to this drive. Let me open up clock. Let's reset it. All right, let me drag it over here. Start the clock. Even though I know most people are not even going to be utilizing this for a Thunderbolt enclosure. Most people, I think, are going to use this for a Thunderbolt device, an audio device, whatever may have you. I still want to test it out for some people out there who's actually going to be utilizing a Thunderbolt enclosure to send files back and forth, large files. All right, so it only took 1 minute and 47 seconds. Pretty fast. I believe it's faster than even the Alpine Ridge. Remember, the Alpine Ridge was 20 gigabytes per second. This one is 40 gigabytes per second. So, yeah. Now, on your screen, you'll see a summary of various pivotal points of my progress with this Thunderbolt card. Now, the reason for me doing this video is the same reason that I did the Alpine Ridge video. All the videos that I seen on YouTube was all geared towards the MacPro. So I wanted one that was geared specifically to the Hackintosh, even though those MacPros are basically Hackintoshes now because they're implementing open core so they can update to the latest OSs. I still wanted one that was just for the Hackintosh. Now, my intentions originally was to purchase this card, test it out, do a video, and send it back to Amazon to get my money back. Get my money back from them. But this card was so far superior over the Alpine Ridge that I decided I had to keep it. The Alpine Ridge had a few problems. It slowed down, shut down, reboot, and startup times significantly. And that becomes extremely problematic if you're someone that dual boots or triple boots daily. That's just an issue. Also, with the Alpine Ridge, once you flashed it, you lost a video signal. Like I said many times in the videos, that I use a portable monitor as my secondary monitor, and it's plugged in to the Thunderbolt card. So that was a serious issue. Now, in the comments of my Alpine Ridge video, someone asked about audio devices. Listen, I apologize, but I do not own any audio devices, so I can't tell you how the Thunderbolt card reacts to audio devices. I don't own it. I only can tell you how it reacts to a Thunderbolt enclosure, which is what I utilize in the video to do the speed test. So I can't really speak on anything else. You know, I hope it works out for you guys. Also, someone said they got theirs working without flashing the card. They didn't really have to do all that. Rule of thumb, if you go under the Thunderbolt system report, under the Thunderbolt section, if you do not see information listed there, you are not using Thunderbolt. These Thunderbolt cards are backwards compatible with USB 3.0 and USB 2.0. So you can always, before you flash the card on the TitanRidge, you can plug a USB-C dongle in there and get it working. You could do that all day, but you're not going to have Thunderbolt until you flash the card. So I just wanted to clear the air about that. And someone also said something about maybe it was the operating system. The operating system does not matter. It's people that's using the MacPro, 2009 MacPro. They're using that. And what's that? High Sierra or Sierra? Some of them are stuck on that High Sierra or Sierra. And, you know, they're using the TitanRidge just fine. So the operating system doesn't matter at all. So that's not really a factor. Now, plugging the THBC cable in the back of the card or jumping pins 3 and 5 makes it react the same to the system. But the difference is, and the reason why I chose jumping pins 3 and 5 is because plugging the cable in the back, my computer couldn't sleep. If it did sleep, it slept for like 5 seconds, then it woke back up. So that was an issue. But I didn't have that problem when I jumped pins 3 and 5. So that's why I recommend just jumping pins 3 and 5. You don't need the cable at all. Just jump the pins and you're good to go. Now, it took me a minute to do this video. I'm not gonna lie, man, because I kind of mentally already checked out of the TitanRidge. I had it set up weeks ago, and I did document my progress as I went along. But as far as putting it all together and editing the video, I kind of mentally checked out about it. But I know I promised people I was going to do it, so I went ahead and got it done this weekend. But I mentally checked out because right now I'm on Proxmox, setting up virtual machines and, the quote unquote new way of setting up macOS versus the old way. That's going to be a section in my Hackintosh video that I come with at the end of the year. I'm definitely going to deep dive into that and tell people the negatives and positives and go on that route, because some people are not telling everyone all the information that they should have before they jump in that water. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and deep dive into that. I'm trying to, keep this channel, on schedule with, a new video every Monday, even though it's kind of hard. This thing's, editing these videos take time. So I'm definitely trying to, keep some type of schedule. Next week I have the USB map schedule, USB map setting, mapping out your USB ports. I'm gonna do a video on that. It's a guy that made it extremely easy. You could get it done within 5 minutes easily. So I'm definitely gonna do that video. Also, I'm gonna do a Plex video because I want to talk more about Plex. I want to do some transcode videos because there's a lot of people that be confused when they setting up Plex. They don't know what to get. Should they get a GPU? Should they get, an Intel chip, an AMD chip? They don't really be knowing. So I'm definitely want to showcase my Plex server. I had a Plex server since 2013. I want to do more content about that on here. So I'm working on that as well. And, definitely stay tuned for that Hackintosh video, Hackintoshing in 2024, part 3 of the Building a Hackintosh series. I'm definitely going to drop that at the end of the year. Probably after Christmas or after New Year's, first of the year. So either way, so please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, last but not least, may the good news be yours.